Hey, welcome to the Morning Mix podcast. We started this morning learning that many people have named their car.
Yeah, and some you can tell they're inspired by the make and model.
Exactly right.
Others are just kind of random.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you to hear about the Cadillac.
Yeah.
We also learned that Whip was just starstruck yesterday by what we called a C-list celeb, and I think, no offense to this person, but it might be lower in the alphabet. But boy, was he excited.
And we had other people who met other not really famous, but sort of famous, do you want a Snapple kind of people.
You never know who's going to be at Dollar General, gang, and that's what's important. And finally, Whip continued on a tear today with his hot take, and no one is safe anymore, not even massive social media conglomerates.
Yeah, let's let's fight.
Let's fight.
Let's do this fight, and let's
get
get
it
this over with.
Let's just let it end, and then we can all be done with it.
Yes.
That and much more right now on the Morning Mix podcast. Lionel Richie is releasing his own cologne. It's a new one. It's going to be available on the Home Shopping Network. He already has a cologne called Hello. And now a new cologne coming called Easy Like Sunday Morning Cologne. It smells light and fresh. It'll soon be available for $50 a bottle on the Home Shopping Network. But what celebrity should release a cologne or perfume, and then what should they call it? A little two-parter for this morning's 610 text. 219, hey, how about Jungkook should release 7? Now, Jungkook, we've been playing. Yeah. He's in BTS. He's got that new song, 7, about how he wants to give it to you right 7 days a week, morning, noon, and night. Nonstop, he says.
Go through a lot of cologne.
All 526,600 minutes of just Jungkook hitting it, apparently. Yeah. 779, Harrison Ford, and it should be called Name the Force. I'd also like to offer a Harrison Ford cologne called I Know. I think that could work as well.
Oh, that's true.
312, Ryan Reynolds should release Stink Juice.
And it would be like in a Deadpool bottle.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. 630, Taylor Swift should have a new perfume called Karma Is My Boyfriend. It's nice.
Yeah.
224, what about Matthew McConaughey? And we call the cologne All Right. And if you get 3 bottles, then it's all right.
It comes in a 3-pack.
As it should.
Yeah, I like
That's
it, right? 847, Post Malone, call it Natty Light and Smokes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
A 773, Joey Lawrence, and call it Whoa. Kind of like that from Blossom.
Yeah.
Deep cut. 630, Whip should have a new cologne in partnership with Dunkin' and call it Dark Roast. I love this.
Okay.
Can you imagine if you had your own cologne?
Well, everybody loves the smell of dark roast.
Hi, I'm Whip from the Morning Mix.
Yeah.
When you want to smell like coffee, I love it.
Take a big whiff.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? I kind of like that. Colonel Sanders should have a new cologne called Original Recipe. I like that.
Yeah.
It's KFC. You could see KFC doing a cologne at like Christmas as like a kitschy gift, you know?
True.
312, Homer Simpson should have it should be called No de Parfum.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
That's good.
Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness cologne. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
847, Halsey should have a perfume called Nightmare. Lady Gaga should have one called Raw Meat.
Oh, my gosh.
This one's kind of mean, but 219. Vince Neil should have a cologne called Buffet.
Oh, man.
That's kind of mean.
He's out there somewhere
Yeah,
like, what I
come on. Hey.
Trying to live my life out here.
Girls.
Exactly.
Leave me alone. George Clooney could have a cologne called Presents Silver. I like that. George Clooney presents Silver.
Right. It sounds very theatrical.
630, Miley Cyrus, check out her new perfume, Twerk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran could have 2, a perfume called Shape of You and a cologne called Perfect. It's kind of nice. Let's see. 847, hey, you know who needs their own cologne? Young Gravy, but they could call it Your Mom.
Oh.
219, Love Stinks by Jay Giles.
Oh, my gosh. How has that not happened?
Wow.
These cuts are deep. 630, Nirvana should release
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Thank you.
Oy.
And Brian Urlacher should release O'Hare Billboard. I like that one, 773.
Smells like jet fuel?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
Well,
kinda nice.
hair's got to be spelled hair.
It's
That's
gotta be
right.
in there,
right?
Right.
Not bad. Let's see here. Adam Sandler should release Incoherent Sounds. And finally, Dwayne Johnson should release Hard as a Rock.
Okay.
That'd be a really good
Yeah.
cologne.
It's
He looks like
kinda-
a guy that smells good.
Surprising he doesn't have one, to be honest.
He's got him, right?
Like with everything else.
I'm going to just really quick. Dwayne Johnson cologne. He's got to at least be the face of something, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he's been approached 1,000 times. No, not technically. He does not currently represent a cologne.
Shocking.
Focusing on the tequila.
Yeah, exactly right, yeah.
That's shocking.
Oh, and one last late edition here from an 847. Kevin Bacon should have a cologne called Degrees.
Love that.
That's smart. See, that actually sounds like it would sell.
Or goats.
Or goats. That's one of the degrees. is
They're
goats.
two different depending on how you feel that day.
Exactly right. Let's see. Do I want to go goats or do I want to go just straight up bacon?
Earthy.
Yeah.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
You drive a car and that car has a name. Guys, we're going to add a fun layer to this. Swanee, I thought he was asking me to steal second, but he was giving me hand signals off the air that say, we're going to try to guess the car based on the name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're going to have you tell us what the name of your car is, and then we'll try to guess the make and model of said car. So let's start right here. Hi, Robin. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Robin, don't tell us what type of car you have. Just tell us, Robin, what is the name of your car, Robin?
Dora.
Okay, Dora on the count of three, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Dora the Explorer. You got a Ford Explorer, Robin?
I do.
All right. That was easy. I like that. Now, did that just right away when you got in it where you knew this is Dora the Explorer?
No, we were trying to think of the name, and it took us a day, and my husband came up with it, and I was like, oh, my God, how did I miss that?
That's amazing. And she fell even deeper in love with him in that moment.
Yeah,
She was
right.
like, there it is. Okay, so Robin's driving Dora the Explorer. How long have you had Dora?
About a year.
About a year, so that's some good exploration so far. Okay, good. Okay, so Robin's rocking Dora the Explorer. Let's go down here to Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing all right. So, Sherry, tell us the name of your car. We'll try to guess the make and model. Go ahead.
Ruby.
Ruby.
Ooh, man.
That's tough.
Pretty name.
Yeah.
Now, does it have, let's ask color. Does the car have a color?
Yes, it does.
What is
Mine's
that?
red.
It's red. So
Red.
it's
Yep.
Ruby the Red. Ruby the Red. I'm going to go Ruby the Red Mustang. Nikki, Corvette. Whip.
Oh, that's a good one. A Honda Civic.
Ruby the Red Civic. The
Toyota Corolla.
Toyota Corolla. Okay, Sherry, what is the make and model of your car?
Honda Civic.
Hey!
2 points to Gryffindor. Way to go, Whip.
That
my
was
God.
random, I swear.
Holy cow, that's awesome.
Wow.
All right, so Sherry, how long have you had Ruby the Red Civic?
About 3 years.
3 years with the Civic. And you, boy, that Civic, you're going to run that thing for another 20. That's awesome.
You're right.
That's
The Honda-
right. Okay, so Ruby the Red Civic. Whip, that was impressive.
Excuse
I've
me,
seen you do some impressive stuff, but that might be it.
I'm going to go play Powerball.
I was
Yeah,
just
you
going to
should.
say,
Me,
you
I'm
better
outta
buy
here.
that ticket.
Hey, Tiffany, good morning.
Good morning.
So, Tiffany, tell us the name of your car. We'll guess the make and model. Go ahead.
The Sexy Flexi.
The Sexy Flexi. I'm going Ford Flex. That was that long SUV. Nikki?
Lexus.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That's good. That's good.
Chevy Tahoe.
The Tahoe. What you call me?
Some sort of convertible. Do I have to say what
No,
kind?
just like any kind of
Yeah,
convertible. All right.
convertible.
Okay, Tiffany, what kind of car do you have?
It's a 2009 Ford Flex with 200,000 miles on it.
Right.
Love the Flex. That's awesome. And they don't make it anymore.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't think the air conditioning works. I don't think the back seats go down, but
You're the reason
know,
why.
Yeah.
she's
Hold on.
sexy.
She is sexy. Yeah, she's got some miles on her, but boy, does she know what to do with the road. You better watch her work. Goodness me. Okay, so congrats to Tiffany with Sexy Flexi. All right. Hang on a second. I like this. Hey, Chad, what's up, man?
Hello.
Hey, Chad, just really quick before we get in your car, I want to personally apologize. Sometimes we hey, what's up, bro? I'm Chad. I don't mean to take down Chads. We love Chads.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Okay.
That's not a big deal.
Okay, thanks, man. See, Chads are cool. They understand.
Totally.
So, Chad, tell us the name of your car. We're going to try to guess the make and model.
So ever since high school, every car I've driven has been called the Cadillac.
The Cadillac.
Cadillac.
man.
That makes sense.
I like that, but he says every car he's
Right,
driven.
right.
All right, so Chad, hold tight. We're going to guess. So I'm going to say Chad is riding in a Honda Accord. I'm going to go Honda Accord right now because I'm stepping away from what I think it might be. Go ahead, Nikki.
PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser, the Cadillac. I love that. Whip?
A RAV4.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go with the Rogue, Nissan
The
Rogue.
Nissan Rogue. Okay, Chad, what is the Cadillac?
Red Toyota Corolla.
Oh, did I say Corolla?
No, last
Oh,
time.
son of a gun. All right,
Darn
congrats
it.
on the Cadillac. I like that. Every car I drive is the Cadillac.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I like that. Hi, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing really well, Mary. What is the name of your car? And we'll try to guess the make and model. Go ahead.
Nola.
NOLA. Okay,
Oh.
so New Orleans, I'm thinking. New Orleans, the NOLA.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Mary, my guess is you drive NOLA the Chevy Nova. And that's an old-ass car.
Oh,
Okay.
Nikki?
Okay.
No, she already cut me out.
Limit.
You're out.
VW Bug.
Okay, the Bug. Don't say yes or no until we're all done, Mary. Go ahead, Whip.
Okay, sorry.
I'm going to go with another Corolla.
Okay. Oh, my man. V?
I'm going to go with a Subaru.
A Subaru. Okay. Mary, what is NOLA?
NOLA is a green Corolla. Looks like Mardi Gras beads.
With Mardi Gras beads. Okay, I like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Well
You got the New
done.
Orleans theme there.
Okay, congratulations to Whip. He got Mary's NOLA the Corolla.
Do you have the answer somewhere, Whip? What the heck?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this is all. If you just Googled up
God.
what are our callers going to say, it's right there.
You know what's funny is it's like we've discovered a weird talent that Whip has absolutely no use for.
Right?
No use for, but it's
at
coming
all.
in handy
It
for
is right
this
now.
5 minutes. Finally.
One final car, guys. Hi,
World
Eva.
Series scores in that.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Hi,
How are you, Eva?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We're okay. So, Eva, you are our last car of the morning here. Tell us the name of your car, and then we're going to try to guess the make and model. Go ahead.
The name is Storm.
Storm. Like Halle Berry in the X-Men.
Okay.
Storm. Okay, Eva, all four will guess, and then you can tell us who was right. Okay, if one of us guess. Okay, Storm. I'm going to guess that Storm is gray because that feels like that might be right. I'm thinking tornadoes. Storm. Boy. Off the dome, I'm going to go a Ford Escape. Nikki.
A Forester.
A Forester. The
Okay.
Subaru Forester.
Forester.
Much larger than you think they are. Whip.
A Geo Tracker.
Geo Tracker, my guy. Come on now.
I'm going to go with the Tundra.
The Tundra.
Oh.
Is that Toyota, like the pickup?
It's a pickup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eva, what is the make and model of your car?
It's a 2021 LT1 Camaro.
Oh,
Dang, girl. Dang.
You know what? I'm going to give you this sound. Because good for you.
You're winning.
That's awesome. How long have you been driving that around?
2 years.
2 years. And why do you name it Storm?
It's very dark and very bad.
Ooh.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
And
We
there's
say
a lot
that
of
about
thought in
Whip
this.
once he
Yeah.
gets his tan on.
The Morning Mix Podcast.
Yesterday it happened with Whip. We were in a meeting, and on the screen it said Steve Cronen. And Whip was like, wait a second. Is that this Steve Cronen? Whip was starstruck in the middle of this meeting.
Still can't believe it.
For example, gang, we just got a text from an 847. My grandma once saw Bob Rohrman at Old Country Buffet
Oh, yeah.
and
Bob
wouldn't stop talking about it
Rohrman.
for years.
Yep.
That is exactly right. Where and who did you see and you were starstruck by a C-list celebrity? Hey, Kristen, good morning.
Good morning.
Kristen, what celeb did you spot?
I met Jim Cornelison, the one who sings the national anthem for the Blackhawks.
Okay, that's awesome. And he does the big point at the flag right at the right moment.
Oh yeah. He sang the national anthem at a mud run out here at Marmion Academy, and I ran up and took a picture with him because I was so excited and starstruck. And he pretty much grabbed me around the neck so that the picture had the Stanley Cup ring in it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, got it. Okay.
That's awesome. He knows what he's doing when the camera comes out. He's like, I know what you want. And I also wonder if he was standing there like, man, from the United Center to a mud run. All right. Oh, say. Here we go.
Voice travels well.
Yeah, I guess it does. Hi, Simon. Good morning.
Good morning.
Simon, what C-list celeb had you starstruck?
So, not this person themselves, but their daughter, Mary Lou Retton, her daughter.
Okay, I'm with you. How did you even know it was Mary Lou Retton's daughter?
So, I'm a gymnastics coach on the side, and so we were going to a meet that they were hosting. And I really didn't care much about Mary Lou Retton herself. And I look over and I see this beautiful lady, and I'm like, oh, who is that? Turns out it was actually, Mary Lou Retton's daughter.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
She's 10.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, so I have this, like, weird kind of thing about LSU gymnast, former, current, whatever. And she was also an LSU
God.
gymnast.
We're really getting to know
And,
Simon.
I have this weird thing about LSU gymnasts specifically.
Yeah, I like brunettes. I like blondes. I like LSU gymnasts.
Totally
Simon,
leotards, man.
I love your honesty. Okay, so Simon, did you go chit-chatter?
Yeah, so actually my gymnasts were like, oh, like, we're going to set you guys up. So they started to be like, hey, my coach is a really nice guy.
Oh, wow.
So
Did it
that was
work
like, oh,
out?
You guys are making it awkward. I have like 10-year-olds trying to set me up with this woman.
No. So
Yeah,
you're
well-
married now for the last 20 years, right?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, look at that. Wait, is that for real? Did you marry the girl?
No.
Oh, dang.
Ah, man.
All right, so Simon's out there getting hooked up by 10-year-old matchmakers. I like that.
Mary Lou Retton, America's sweetheart.
There she is.
In her Olympic run, yes.
Hi, Yesenia. Good morning.
Good morning.
What C-list celeb had you starstruck?
John Woo, but not the director.
So which John Woo?
Yeah, exactly. He was a video DJ in Hong Kong. I was in the military at the time. I had the opportunity to go to Hong Kong, and we went to Planet Hollywood, and he was there recording a video, one of his shows.
Wow.
I saw him, and I'm like, oh, my God, guys, it's John Woo. And everybody's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Well, I was stationed in Japan, and I used to watch his videos because there wasn't a lot to watch that we understood. So I was so excited. I'm like, oh, can I take a picture with you? And I still had that picture, but nobody knew who I was talking about.
You guys, this guy's a big deal, I promise. Okay, I like that one. Let's pop up here. Hi, Alexis. Good morning.
Good morning.
Alexis, when were you starstruck by C-list celebrities?
I hate to say it like this, but I was at the Whirly Ball tournament, and I saw you guys, and I was, like, in absolute awe. Like,
We're not even C-list.
No, we're Q.
Don't make letters low
like Q list, you know?
Go way down.
We're going to pay you to be there.
well, Whip passed us when we were walking in, and I, like, hit my husband. I'm like, that's Whip. That's so cool. And he's like, I don't know who these people are. I'm like, it's okay,
Totally.
I do.
That's okay, honey. Just come on. Shut up.
I'm like, just let me just see everybody. Come on, just bask in this with me.
Oh, my God. I love that. And
You're
your
so
husband had
sweet.
no idea. That is
He
awesome.
doesn't listen to the radio, so.
Oh, man. You got to get him on board. You can listen on the free Mix app or tell your Alexa. You know Alexis. You and Alexa are tight, right?
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
tight.
exactly. Man, so you were starstruck by us Q-list celebrities. There are more, gang. You're going to be blown away by this. Hi, Ed. Good morning.
Hi.
Ed, who was the C-list celeb that blew you away?
Yeah, I don't know if this is a C-list or a B-list, but I was at Atlanta Airport traveling and for my work, and I was traveling with a friend, and I tapped my friend on the shoulder. I said, I think that's Tone Loc over there. And so...
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And was it, in fact, Tone Loc, or did it just look like somebody who could be?
No, I thought people were going to be around him, but he was by himself, and I tapped him. I said, hey, are you Tone Loc, man? He goes, yeah, man. I was like, oh, my God.
That's amazing. Hey, man, are you Tone Loc? Yeah. Yeah, man.
Can't fake that voice.
No, you really can't. All right, so he spots Tone Loc. And now we go to Linda. Hi, Linda. Good morning.
Good morning.
Linda, who was the C-list celeb that had you starstruck?
Oh my gosh, I was in New York City and the Snapple lady came up to me with free Snapple.
Wow. The Snapple lady with Snapple?
With free Snapples. They were handing them out in New York City. All these people were like, oh, let's go get some free Snapple. And then she comes up to me, she's like, you want a Snapple? And I was so freaked out. I was like, can we get a picture? You're amazing. It was hilarious.
That is hilarious. So she's in New York.
Right.
And that'd be like Tiger Woods being like, golf ball? Like, what? You would
Totally.
not expect that to happen.
Lady.
No.
And finally, from Snapples to dollars. Hi, Alyssa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Alyssa, Whip was starstruck by Steve Cronen of Starbeat. When were you starstruck by a C-list celeb, Alyssa?
I met Whip at a Dollar Tree store in Palatine a few years ago.
Yeah, I think I remember this, actually. I do. Yeah, that was a big
saw
moment for
the,
both of us.
I saw the Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee glass, and I looked, and I'm like, oh, my God, that's Whip.
This is true.
It was so funny.
This is true. This is
The Dunkin' is in the same strip mall. It's like in the same parking lot. So it's like
wow.
easy access.
And you pop into the Dollar Tree and get whatever you need.
You save big money in there. I know it's
like
not their
that.
slogan, but it should be.
It should be.
The Morning Mix Podcast.
You've got a unique, fun name. Like Julia Gulia. Your name's going to be Julia Gulia. Maybe your name rhymes in a weird way. Maybe it's the name of a product or a brand of things like Milton Bradley. 312-233-1019. Hi, Linda. Good morning.
Good morning.
Linda, what's unique about your name?
Well, it's Bublets, and it sounds like bubbles.
So how do you spell your last name?
Bublitz. Bublets.
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 Hey, I'm Linda Bublets. Oh,
Yeah.
Bublets.
Well, I have 3 kids, and we call them big bubbles, medium bubbles, and then tiny bubbles.
Okay, I like that. All right, we got Linda Bublets on the line. Hang on, I've got Bublets on line too.
And then Wisconsin, they call it the bubbler.
The bubbler.
That's
right.
The water
right.
fountain.
I saw Bublets at the bubbler.
There was also a family restaurant called the Bublets Family Restaurant, which is now closed during the pandemic.
Oh. Do you guys ever drink that bubbly water?
Yes, my tiny bubbles drinks it.
Yeah, the tiny bubble drinks it. Yeah, we love the bubbly Bublets. All right, Linda
Yes.
Bublets. Okay, so we got Linda Bublets, and they call her Bubbles. Hey, Valerie.
Hello, good morning. It's not my name, but it was the name of this guy I had to call on the phone, Terry. And I said to his secretary, what is the deal with your name, with this guy's name, Terry? She says, you don't know the half of it. Guess what his middle name is? I said, I can't imagine. Terry? No, it's Nathaniel for TNT. I thought,
Dynamite!
Could not believe that. I thought, who would do that to their kid? Grown man walking around with TNT as his initials. Unbelievable.
I like that Valerie is
Ridiculous.
offended by it.
Yeah, she's disgusted by it.
So I see this Terry. I ask his secretary. I say, you know the secretary, Terry. Well, guess what, TNT? What? It's dynamite. All right, I kind of like that.
That was
That's
a journey.
lot. It really
I love
was. Hey, Rachel. I'm sorry, Rachel.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, Rachel?
I'm fabulous. Thanks. We were
What?
excited for the topic.
Okay, great. What is your fun name, Rachel?
Kids say our name. Finley Sweet. Sweet is our last name, and everyone thinks we make it up.
What is the last name? It's Sweet?
Sweet, like candy.
Sweet like candy. Okay, and what's the kiddo's first name?
Say Finley and say
Finley.
Finley and Logan Sweet.
yes.
Okay, got it. The Sweets. And people don't think that's real.
They don't think it's real, and in fact, I tried to set up a secondary Facebook account for fun, and it wouldn't even let me because it said I was making up a bad name.
Really? Now,
Yeah.
is this your maiden name or your married name?
My married name.
Okay, your married name. Now,
That's
was
a
that an
sweet name
upgrade
to-
for you? It really is. What was it like? Was your first name what was your maiden name?
My maiden name was Gorham, and unfortunately, we're no longer married. But I always said I married him just for his name.
Yeah. You take what you need and you get the hell out of there. I like that. All right, so Rachel Sweet. I like this. We got the Sweets in the house. So Rachel Sweet. Now we go to Marina. Hi, Marina. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys.
What's your name, Marina?
All right, so this is my married name, and I just want to let you guys know that my husband and I are both teachers, so we get to hear this all day long. Our last name is Funkhauser.
Funkhauser.
Yep, and then at our wedding, our entry song to our wedding was We Want the Funk, and that was my husband's choice.
Oh, I love
That's
this.
great. We want the funk.
Are you guys familiar with Funky Cole Medina?
Yeah.
Of course you are. Yeah,
Sounds
are
like you
now.
love it.
My goodness. Now, what do you do for a living, Marina Funkhauser?
I'm a teacher.
She's a teacher.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mrs. Funkhauser. I like that. Do they call you the Funk, or what do they call you?
Recently I've been teaching for 20 years, so it started with Mrs. Funkhauser. Now they seem to think they can just call me Mrs. Funky.
Got it.
And my husband's a high school PE teacher, so they just call him Funk.
And you're a mom? You have your own kids?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're a mother funker. I like this. This is great.
Yep, you got it.
Okay, she's like, yeah, I heard them all, jackass.
I'm sure people will tell you
Yeah.
get the funk out of here.
And Marty Funkhauser from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's right. Another good one. Yeah.
And her husband, being a gym teacher, he probably dunks the funk.
He does dunk the funk, and he probably
Probably.
comes home with a bit of a funk, I bet.
It's true.
Drop it.
Pure emotion, he's never fake. Guilty pleasure like stepping on her rake. He might even make your head shake. Here we go with hot take.
All right, so you might have seen the latest financial news that Twitter is struggling with ads and subscribers and people being all worked up about some of the changes that big bad Elon Musk made when he bought the company. If you saw that, you might have also seen none other than Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg in an attempt to offset what some are calling his disastrous attempt to get people interested in his virtual reality offering called the Metaverse. He's found a new calling. to give the people who felt betrayed by Twitter a new version of Twitter. It's called Threads. And on its first day, Zuck boasted that 30 million people had already signed up. Do you know any? No, me neither. But if they say it, it must be true. After all, I read it on Twitter. Thank you. I don't know if Twitter has or hasn't met its match. I do know one thing. Whatever the problems are with the old Twitter, what the world does not need is another one. When historians look back in 50 years at the divisiveness and the stress and the mistrust and the cultural fracturing, the all-out angst that has defined life for us early 21st century humans, they are going to look at social media as Exhibit A and at Twitter as Example 1. Have we forgotten? Twitter's the place where the unhinged go to bully, fight, name call, cancel, and otherwise attempt to impose their will on all of society's normal people. And where similarly unstable people with opposite but equally crazy ideas go to yell back at them. It's like someone placed the soapbox in the town square in the middle of a grade school recess, only there are no teachers, there are no supervisors, and the bullies and the kids who spend the whole day eating glue have put themselves in charge, and they love to shout down and name call against anybody else who tries to talk. But the worst part is somewhere along the line, the people on Twitter actually made the world think their opinions are more meaningful than those of everybody else, even though in reality the number of people on Twitter is an extremely small percentage of the population, and the number of people who actually tweet, that's so small they should literally be irrelevant, except somehow they've convinced the world that they speak for everybody. All this to say, it seems like this deep into the game, people have started to realize Twitter has brought much more negativity than positivity into this world. And introducing a Twitter 2.0 is not going to fix that. It's only going to make it worse. And if this is all, which I suspect, just part of a peeing match between two unfathomably rich guys who don't like each other and they're hell-bent on world domination with the other guy standing in his way, let them just do that rumored cage match they're always talking about and leave us all out of it. There you go.
Here, my man. When they launched that, it was like, what? What is this? And then if you have Instagram, you got like a little alert. Hey, do you want to join Threads? You can import your account. Go ahead. So I did join Threads.
I was just going to ask. So, yeah, Embiid, are you on it too or no?
No, I have no idea. Maybe. I mean, like, I just click a bunch of things when they get
you
prompted
have to have downloaded the app.
So, no.
It's a separate app.
I mean, you know how I am about downloading apps.
The icon's like a black icon with like a little like thread at sign that looks like a thread of cloth or whatever.
That first or second day, I got a lot of like on Facebook because obviously they're promoting themselves.
Right.
It makes sense. But mostly, honestly, and granted, we're in quote media, so there are a lot of quote media people. But that's who it was. Like all media people who are like, oh, I got this new thing. Here's my first thread. And I'm like, does anybody care?
Here's how Threads /Meta /Facebook /Instagram defines Threads. Meta introduced a new app called Threads, built by the Instagram team, that allows users to share text updates and join public conversations. That's it. They say it launched July 5th and has over 100 million users, according to this right here.
Sure.
Now, we joined it, and I was on it for day one, and I posted literally, what do we do here? And then some people commented, and that's it. That's all I've done. And I've not opened it since.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
You're planning to buy your dream car when you win the Powerball.
Ooh, doggy.
Do we all have our tickets?
Yep.
I've got ours. Nikki's got it. Yeah, not yet. Whip.
I forgot also.
You got time.
Here's the thing. I bought one, I don't know, 2 or 3 drawings ago, and since they've been rolling and rolling, now I feel like I got to keep buying a ticket until the thing ends.
True.
You know what I mean? Because if it ends tomorrow and I'm like, oh, we didn't do it, it could have been us.
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
You're invested now into
exactly.
it.
Exactly. Yeah, I got to stick with it, right? Well, these are the top 6 things you should do if you win the $1 billion Powerball, and this is according to Forbes. Okay, this isn't some beefjerky.com or
They know billions.
They know billions here. Okay, they're Forbes.
Okay.
And at number 6, the top 6 things to do if you win the $1 billion: give it to a charity or an animal shelter.
Right away?
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Save a little.
Save a little. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You'll still be very rich.
Yeah.
You can
Useful
give-
advice.
Yeah, you give almost all of it away, and you'll still be very rich.
Be philanthropic with
Yes,
it. Let's
yes.
just go with that.
Right.
And at number 5, get you a lawyer.
Heck yeah.
That, I think, should be number 1,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
A good lawyer, though.
2222222.
There it is.
Number 4, pay off your debt.
Okay.
Yeah. Give that back to MasterCard or Discover or
Your school.
School. Yeah, right. And at number 3, top 6 things to do when you win the billion tonight. Do not make any sudden lifestyle changes. It's going to tip off those money-hungry relatives.
So don't buy a new pink Cadillac?
Yeah, that's right.
That's why you with Mary Kay now? What's going on? People are going to question it.
Don't even let them know. Oh, how'd you get that mega mansion, Shirley? Things are going real well at the job.
Yeah.
I got a promotion.
Got a bonus.
They are.
Yeah, exactly.
Surely.
Yeah.
In at number 2, top 6 things to do when you win tonight's billion. Hire a CPA or a financial planner ASAP.
Get the lawyer to find you a CPA.
That's right.
Get your team.
Totally.
Think
your
them all
team
together.
First for me, Google what's a CPA.
Yeah. Also, if you go for that financial planner, make sure you what's that?
Certified public accountant.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
California Pizza account. That's what it is. Make sure you're paying that financial advisor hourly, because otherwise they're going to be like, "I'll do all this work for you. I'll take 2%."
Oh, right.
Yeah, you got to get the lawyer
Get
to
an
tell
hourly
you what
rate.
the good deals
That's
are
right.
on the financial
Chris
advisors.
Petlak account.
That's right.
That's what
That's
that was.
I learned that at the
CPA giving you-
California Pizza accountant. So beware. Get that hourly rate. Don't give them percentages.
Who can you trust?
All the financial planners are texting, would you shut up?
Right, exactly. That's our scam.
My lake house don't pay for itself, bub.
Right.
And in at number 1, the number 1 thing you got to do when you win tonight's $1 billion jackpot. Remain anonymous as long as humanly possible.
So
Boom.
I put on Instagram my tickets. Like, I took a picture of them and I posted it.
I wouldn't do that.
I know. I got a lot of messages that were like, take this down. And I'm like, I've already committed to it, so I'll leave them up. But I lost, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But people would have known if I was a billionaire overnight then.
Yeah.
And I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad.
Well, you should have bought more than one ticket. How many do you have to buy to have it actually make an impact? You got to buy like $100,000 in tickets or something crazy.
Oh, you mean mathematically?
Exactly right.
All
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Yeah.
You can remain anonymous in Illinois, according to my very quick Google search.
Yeah.
I know it goes by the state, but apparently you can request that you be kept confidential here. If
Forever?
You win. I haven't clicked on it yet. I know that this has been a story in the past, and I couldn't remember, and maybe this just changed in the last year or two. But yeah, some places you can't. You have to go out there and tell everybody.
If you win $1 billion and you take it over the 30 years, let's say, you're going to get payments every year for that money. According to a website that I found here that breaks down the tax rate, federal tax rate, 37% marginal rate, according to this, state tax rate, 4.95%.
Need the CPA again.
Watch out. Roughly, this is what they're saying. Over the 30 years, in federal taxes, you're going to pay $368,888,654. In state taxes, $49,500,000. And all in, you'd walk away with $581,611,351. That's a lot of cash right there.
So no advice was like to just splurge a little bit and like buy yourself whatever you want.
No. Win the money. Don't change anything about your life. Just know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Invest, Buy things that accrue over time, like, cars. Nope.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Sound check. Sound check. This is Nikki's Sound Check on the Morning Mix.
We're going to start with someone who should be on the Barbie soundtrack, but they're not. But they are going to have a new song out. So the book is out in October. And I got a text from the record label who was like, oh, my gosh, this is coming. And then Violetta sent me an email like, oh, my gosh, this is coming. And, of course, we are talking about Britney Spears.
Ooh. Britney freaking Spears.
So,
she's back.
She is. So the book, like we said, will be out in October. But her new song with Will.i.am will be out on Friday. So that's coming. And remember, they did Scream and Shout together. That song, Scream and Shout. And, she did stuff on it. So look for all of that on Friday. We will have that.
But that's the name of it. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Hey,
Thank you,
you
Chuck.
can't say that
Chuck.
already.
I didn't say anything.
He's honored and excited and thankful that she's one of the most fearless, strongest, kindest, purest people he's ever met in her life and loved working with her always and will. So,
all right. I will
look for
reserve
that
judgment until we hear the whole song.
On Friday.
Okay, good.
So that is coming. And then next weekend, Ed Sheeran will be here. And we say this because he keeps doing these surprises, right? So he is either bringing people on stage with him or he's going to these places and performing. He did Sweetwater Brewery in Atlanta. And he remember, he bought everybody beer, played some songs. Dude, he brought Eminem out in Detroit. That was awesome. We posted that. People love that.
Mm-hmm.
Boston Music Youth Group, like he came out and did a charity show with them. He just keeps popping up everywhere. And showed up at the Blue Note Jazz Club in New York City. Pretty famous jazz club.
Wow.
And so he showed up to play with this, he is a French harmonica virtuoso. Frederick Yonnet. And that's, I was listening to a clip here earlier. Apparently, Dave Chappelle is a huge fan of his as well. That's who I was listening to get the pronunciation.
I wonder. Okay, Yonnet.
So this guy, Frederick Yonnet, he was at Blue Note Jazz Club. So Sheeran showed up, played Shape of You, Stevie Wonder's Superstition, Nina Simone's Be My Husband, Bill Withers' Ain't No Sunshine.
Oh, when she's gone.
I know. How great is that? And they've performed before, so this was something they wanted to do, so thinking out loud. So I'm telling you all of this to start looking now. You know what I mean?
What's
This
he gonna
weekend,
do?
this weekend's Beyonce at Soldier Field.
That's right.
Next weekend's Ed Sheeran. So I think she has a show, so I don't know if she has much time to hang out as he does, but look for him to surprise us somewhere next weekend.
Okay.
Keep your eyes open. And Taylor Swift, you just have to include Taylor in everything. And this news isn't really surprising, but it's kind of interesting. 1 in every 4 albums sold last week were Speak Now.
That's crazy.
1 in 4.
The re-release or re-recording. Re-recording.
How crazy is that?
That's nuts.
The Morning Mix Flash Briefing with Violetta.
Model and millionaire Gigi Hadid has been arrested for a little Mary Jane possession while vacationing with her girlfriends in the Cayman Islands. So she was released, and then she posted on her social media accounts a picture of her and her 2 friends in bikinis, and she wrote, "All's well that ends well."
Wow.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
All right, good for her.
Good for her.
It just sounds like a generic comment about any story, doesn't it? Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Oh, good for you.
Pretty much. Trending audio is kind of funny and how it comes around randomly sometimes. There is a clip from the morning show of Jennifer Aniston's character. She's very mad at her daughter, and she is freaking out. So now people are taking that and putting it over their own memes. One specifically is trending with the following message paired with the audio: what management sounds like after reading their employees' anonymous survey answers.
Right.
So trending locally right now, Legal Seafoods is expanding to Chicago. That's a New England seafood chain. I don't know if you guys have been to that.
Oh, it's going in. Well, you're going to say it.
Yeah, so it's going into the former Dick's Last Resort location
Yeah.
on the river
Makes
in Marina
sense.
Tower.
That makes sense to have a seafood place on the river. That makes
Exactly.
sense.
It's going to be a 2-story restaurant, and it's going to have a private dining room area, full bar, outdoor seating along the Riverwalk, which that part is kind of interesting because if you know that specific location, boats park underneath there for Marina Tower. So I don't know if they're building some sort of thing to have the Riverwalk there in front of it or what they're doing exactly. They're also, Nikki, considering an oyster bar on the upper level.
I'm already trying to. What's it called again?
It's called Legal Seafood.
Okay, I googled illegal.
Yeah, not illegal.
Nope.
Legal seafood.
Okay, I was like,
Don't
that's
eat
a
those.
weird name.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. It is
Okay.
kind of weird. It doesn't seem very friendly.
Legal makes sense. Illegal, you don't want that.
It's
okay.
like-
This
So
is a
fresh.
bonus, Jonas, because they're going to potentially do the Oyster Bar, and then Blue Oyster Cult is playing Septemberfest in Schaumburg.
So many connections.
So many.
They should cater that.
They should.
We're going to have to go, V.
Yeah,
it's just
for
part of
sure.
our job to
It's-
check it out.
You know, I mean, we do the hard stuff while you boys stay here.
You know what?
Legal.
You guys can take this one. Fire it up. We're good.
I got some Gorton's fish sticks in the freezer.
Yeah,
oh,
it's fine.
yum. The
I'll
yellow
be
guy,
all
right?
Come on.
Trust the Gorton's fisherman.
This whole thing sounds a little fishy.
Yeah, right?
It's illegal.
It's illegal. Well, in Chicago, they're going to put the ill in front of it.
Right. The whole menu's like, this is the Al Capone fish sandwich. Like, okay, we get it. We get it.
So that's exciting because Dick's Last Resort, I feel like there hasn't been anything in that area
That
for
spot
a while.
for a while, yeah.
So
Yeah.
here we go. We're expanding. That's your flash briefing.
All right, thank you for joining us for the Morning Mix podcast. Make sure you rate, review, like, and follow this podcast. You can also follow us on social at 1019 Mix Chicago. And we will see you tomorrow on the Morning Mix.